Governor Christie may be the head of Trump's transition team, but ever since the Orlando shooting, it's been Christie who's been making the powerful, controversial statements. Christie basically declaring war on Islamic jihad. This morning on WFAN's Boomer and Carton radio show, Governor Christie said that we needed a military response overseas.
These radical Islamic terrorists are out to kill us. And I think if this country doesn't get wise to that fact and our leaders don't get wise to that fact, these people hate us because of who we are. And they're going to try to kill us. And that's what this is all about. And we better fight back.
What Governor Christie has been saying has been resonating with some of her viewers. I actually got a tweet from a viewer who said, quote, "They brought the fight to us, June 2014. It's not safe to drive and stop at red lights in New Jersey and be American. Wake up." That viewer was referring to a report I had done in 2014 on 19-year-old Brendan Tevlin, who was killed allegedly by a lone terrorist. So I caught up with Governor Christie on Tuesday at a PSE&G groundbreaking event. Governor Christie was happy to grab a shovel and lift some dirt, but when I asked him the tough question about how exactly he would implement war on radical Islam, that proved to be too heavy for him. Governor, should the U.S. declare war on Islamic jihad? Bill O'Reilly on Monday was on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and he went even further.
Congress should pass a declaration of war against Islamic terrorist groups.
Host Stephen Colbert seemed taken aback by Bill O'Reilly's statements, but Bill O'Reilly did have a good point, I believe. He did mention that we're not winning this war on terrorism and said that if we were to actually declare war on ISIS and these terrorist groups, that means that the military could take over and we could arrest American citizens if they were involved in terrorism, and not just watch over them like we saw with this lone terrorist in Orlando, where he had been interviewed by the FBI twice, but they basically let him be. Bill O'Reilly also talked about how we should get NATO involved.
NATO would then be mobilized, and they would have to join in the fight against these jihadist groups by treaty.
Is O'Reilly running for something?
He's not running for something, but he had some really good points in terms of how to win this war.
Well, I think the minute you declare your allegiance to ISIS, you ought to be in Gitmo. So I think that's a start. And I would say anybody on that 1,000-person watch list, if you are even suspected of being a threat to Americans, get them out of here.